Ladies and gentlemen, imagine for a moment that life is a canvas and every choice you make is a stroke of color. Some of us use the same strokes, the same palette over and over. It feels safe, predictable. But what if the masterpiece you're meant to create requires a bold splash of something new? Embrace the unknown. Growth begins where comfort ends. This single idea holds the power to change the trajectory of your life. The unknown is often seen as a space of fear, uncertainty, and discomfort. It's the shadowy territory beyond what you've come to know, where the rules are not clearly defined and unpredictable. Yet it is precisely in this uncharted space where transformation and growth occur. When we remain within the confines of what we know, we limit ourselves to repeated experiences, recycled thoughts, and familiar outcomes. While there is safety and predictability in routine, it also creates a stagnant environment where growth is stifled. Imagine a seed planted in soil. If it stays dormant, refusing to push through the soil, it will never experience the light, the air, or its potential to grow into a towering tree. The same principle applies to us as human beings. Growth demands that we move beyond the comfortable and step into a space where uncertainty reigns. The unknown is not inherently a threat. It is a canvas of infinite possibilities waiting for you to contribute your unique brushstrokes. It is a field of opportunities full of potential experiences and lessons that can shape you into a stronger, wiser, and more capable version of yourself. But to embrace the unknown requires courage. It requires you to challenge the protective mechanisms of your mind, which are designed to keep you safe, but often keep you small. Fear often accompanies the unknown, and this fear is not a sign that you are incapable. Instead, it is a natural reaction to stepping outside the boundaries of familiarity. Fear is a signal that you are on the brink of something significant, something that has the power to reshape your life. To embrace the unknown, you must learn to coexist with this fear and reinterpret it. Instead of seeing fear as a stop sign, view it as a green light, a signal that you are moving in the right direction toward growth and expansion. In the unknown, there is a discomfort that comes from not having all the answers, from not being entirely certain of the path ahead. But it is in this space of discomfort where growth truly begins. Consider the process of building muscle. It requires resistance, strain, and effort beyond your current limits. Without this strain, the muscle cannot grow. In the same way, your personal growth requires you to stretch beyond what you know, beyond what feels easy or convenient. Think about the stories of people who have achieved greatness in any field. They didn't get there by playing it safe. They ventured into the unknown, took risks, and allowed themselves to be challenged by the unfamiliar. Whether it was an inventor trying something no one else had considered, an artist creating something that defied convention, or an entrepreneur launching an idea without certainty of success, their growth came from stepping into the discomfort of the unknown. When you embrace the unknown, you open yourself up to the possibility of failure. But failure is not the end. It is a teacher, a guidepost that redirects you toward a better approach, a refined effort, or a stronger mindset. By avoiding the unknown, you may avoid failure, but you also avoid the lessons, the triumphs, and the growth that come with it. The unknown demands vulnerability, the willingness to admit that you don't have all the answers, that you are a work in progress. It requires you to surrender the illusion of control and trust in your ability to adapt, to learn, and to overcome. This trust is not blind faith. It is rooted in the knowledge that every time you have faced a challenge, you have come through it stronger. Stepping into the unknown means redefining your relationship with risk. Instead of fearing what might go wrong, consider what might go right. Instead of focusing on the discomfort of uncertainty, imagine the exhilaration of discovery. When you step beyond your comfort zone, you give yourself permission to explore new possibilities, to unlock doors that you didn't even know existed. The unknown is not a void. It is a space full of opportunities to grow, evolve, and expand your understanding of yourself and the world around you. It invites you to challenge your beliefs, to reimagine what is possible, and to rewrite the story of your life. Every step into the unknown is a step toward uncovering your true potential. Change starts with a single decision to try something different. This idea may seem simple, yet it holds the power to completely transform your life. Often we get caught in the illusion that change requires monumental effort or the perfect moment. We convince ourselves that we need more time, more resources, or more clarity before taking action. But the truth is, transformation begins with a single choice, a choice to do something different than you did yesterday. That single decision sets the wheels of change into motion, creating a ripple effect that can alter the entire trajectory of your life. Every significant transformation in history, whether personal or collective, began with one decision. It's not the magnitude of the action that matters at first, it's the courage to start. A simple choice like saying yes to an opportunity, stepping into an unfamiliar situation, or even shifting the way you think can create momentum. That momentum, once initiated, builds upon itself, pushing you forward toward growth and progress. The reason why most people resist this first decision is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. But what often goes unnoticed is the cost of staying the same. Every day that passes without a new choice is another day spent reinforcing old bouts and old patterns. In that sameness, there is no room for the growth you desire. By choosing to try something different, you break the cycle and create the space for something new to emerge. Trying something different doesn't have to mean uprooting your entire life overnight. It can be as simple as altering your perspective, exploring a new way of doing something, or questioning an old belief that no longer serves you. These small shifts, while seemingly insignificant in the moment, can accumulate into profound changes over time. A single pebble tossed into a pond creates ripples that extend far beyond the point of impact. Similarly, your decision to try something different can set off a chain reaction, influencing not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. Inertia is one of the greatest barriers to change. It's the tendency to stay in motion or lack of motion in the same direction unless acted upon by an external force. When you decide to try something different, you become that force. You interrupt the inertia of routine and create an opportunity to move in a new direction. That decision is an act of self-empowerment, a declaration that you are not a passive participant in your life, but an active creator of your reality. Consider how many times you've felt stuck, not because the circumstances of your life were unchangeable, but because you were unwilling to try something different. It's easy to rationalize staying the same. Familiarity feels safe, even when it's not serving you. But safety is often an illusion, a trap that keeps you confined within the boundaries of what you already know. Growth demands that you challenge this illusion, that you take the risk of stepping outside of your comfort zone to explore new possibilities. When you try something different, you invite new experiences into your life. Those experiences, whether successful or not, teach you something valuable. They provide clarity, insight, and direction that you would never have gained by staying the same. Even if your first attempt doesn't yield the desired result, it moves you closer to understanding what does. Each decision to try, to explore, and to adapt refines your approach, building a stronger foundation for future success. Change is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about being willing to take imperfect action, to stumble, and to learn. The decision to try something different is an act of courage, a step into vulnerability. It's an acknowledgement that you don't have all the answers, but you're willing to find them. That willingness is what separates those who grow and thrive from those who remain stagnant. The beauty of trying something different is that it opens doors you never even knew existed. It introduces you to new ideas, new opportunities, and new versions of yourself. With each decision to step into the unknown, you expand your potential and reshape your identity. You begin to see yourself not as someone who is confined by limitations, but as someone who is capable of creating change one choice at a time. This single decision to try something different doesn't just affect the present moment, it plants seeds for the future. Each new choice you make builds upon the last, creating a cumulative effect that propels you forward. Over time, these small decisions add up, leading to significant transformations that would have seemed impossible from where you started. Innovation thrives when you challenge your routine and think beyond the ordinary. Routines, while providing structure and predictability, can often become invisible barriers to creativity and progress. When you go through the motions of life on autopilot, doing the same things in the same way day after day, you leave little room for innovation to emerge. Yet, innovation, the ability to create something new, to solve problems in unique ways, to see possibilities where others see limitations, has its roots in the disruption of routine and the willingness to think beyond what is familiar. Challenging your routine does not mean abandoning all structure or throwing caution to the wind. Instead, it means questioning why you do things the way you do and exploring if there is a better, more effective, or more creative way. It is about recognizing that while habits can serve as a foundation, they should not become a cage. When you disrupt your routine, you create opportunities for new perspectives and ideas to arise. A small change in your daily actions or thought processes can lead to breakthroughs that redefine your approach to life and work. Innovation begins with curiosity. It starts when you ask yourself, what if? What if there's a different way to approach this problem? What if I try something I've never done before? What if the solution lies in an unconventional path? These questions invite you to step outside the predictable and into a space where possibilities are endless. Thinking beyond the ordinary requires you to let go of preconceived notions and be open to exploring the unknown. It means embracing uncertainty, trusting that the act of exploration will lead to growth and discovery. Creativity thrives in environments where limitations are seen as opportunities rather than obstacles. When you step back and challenge your routine, you allow your mind to break free from its usual patterns and find innovative solutions. This process often requires stepping out of your comfort zone. For example, trying a new activity, visiting a different place, or engaging with diverse perspectives can introduce you to fresh ideas and approaches. These experiences act as a catalyst for creativity, sparking thoughts and solutions you may never have considered within the confines of your usual routine. Innovation is not limited to monumental ideas or grand achievements. It can manifest in the smallest changes, streamlining a process, finding a more efficient way to complete a task, or discovering a new perspective on an old problem. These small innovations can compound over time, creating a ripple effect that leads to significant transformations. The key is to be intentional about seeking out opportunities for change and improvement, no matter how small they may seem. Thinking beyond the ordinary also requires a willingness to take risks. Innovation is rarely born out of certainty. It emerges from experimentation, trial, and error. When you challenge your routine, you invite the possibility of failure. But failure is not the enemy of innovation. It is a stepping stone. Each misstep provides valuable insights and lessons, guiding you closer to breakthrough you seek. By embracing failure as part of the process, you create an environment where innovation can flourish. It is also important to recognize the power of collaboration in fostering innovation. Engaging with others who have different perspectives, experiences, and skills can open your mind to ideas you may never have discovered on your own. Conversations with diverse groups often challenge your assumptions and encourage you to see things from a new angle. This exchange of ideas fuels creativity and leads to solutions that are more robust and inclusive. The process of thinking beyond the ordinary requires patience and persistence. Innovation is not always immediate. It often requires time to explore, experiment, and refine. However, the rewards of this process far outweigh the effort. When you challenge your routine and think beyond the ordinary, you unlock your potential to create something truly rare. This is where growth happens, where possibilities expand, and where you discover what you are truly capable of achieving. Stepping into unfamiliar territory is where growth and discovery begin. Often we find ourselves confined within the boundaries of what is known, what is comfortable, and what feels safe. While familiarity offers a sense of security, it can also become a limitation, preventing us from exploring the vast potential that lies beyond our current understanding. Growth doesn't happen in the comfort of the known. It happens when you push yourself into the unknown, into the unfamiliar, where you are challenged to learn and evolve. When you step into unfamiliar territory, you are engaging with a world that forces you to think differently. It could be as simple as trying a new skill, immersing yourself in a different culture, or taking on a challenge you've never faced before. These experiences shake up your routine, disrupting the patterns your mind has grown accustomed to. In this disruption lies the opportunity for discovery. New environments, new problems, and new perspectives stretch your mind, pushing it to create connections and solutions that would not have arisen otherwise. Unfamiliarity often brings discomfort, and it's this discomfort that signals you're on the verge of something significant. Growth is rarely a smooth or easy process. It demands that you confront your fears, doubts, and uncertainties. The fear of failure, of judgment, or of stepping into the unknown can feel paralyzing, but it is also a sign that you are moving beyond your limits. Growth requires you to embrace that fear, to see it as a necessary part of the journey rather than a reason to retreat. Each step you take into unfamiliar territory builds resilience and confidence, showing you that you are capable of handling more than you once believed. Discovery is not just about finding something new in the world around you. It's also about uncovering something new within yourself. When you challenge yourself to step into unfamiliar territory, you gain insights into your strengths, your potential, and your adaptability. You learn how to navigate challenges, how to think on your feet, and how to overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. This process of self discovery is one of the most rewarding aspects of stepping into the unknown, as it reveals dimensions of yourself that were hidden within the confines of the familiar. Growth and discovery are deeply intertwined. You cannot grow without discovering something new, and you cannot discover something new without growing. Every step into unfamiliar territory is a step toward expansion of your skills, your understanding, and your perspective. It is in these moments of exploration that you begin to see the world and yourself in new ways. You realize that the boundaries you once perceived were often self-imposed, and you find the courage to push beyond them. One of the most powerful aspects of stepping into unfamiliar territory is the realization that you don't need to have all the answers before you begin. The path ahead may be unclear, and that's okay. Discovery is not about certainty, it's about curiosity. It's about being open to the process and trusting that each step will reveal the next. This willingness to venture into the unknown without a guarantee of success is what separates those who grow and thrive from those who remain stagnant. Unfamiliar territory also introduces you to perspectives and ideas that challenge your worldview. When you expose yourself to different environments, cultures, or ways of thinking, you broaden your understanding of what is possible. You begin to see that there is more than one way to approach a problem, more than one way to live a life, and more than one definition of success. These new perspectives inspire creativity, empathy, and innovation, enriching both your personal and professional life. Each time you step into unfamiliar territory, you expand your comfort zone. What once felt intimidating becomes manageable, and what once felt impossible becomes achievable. This process of expansion is cumulative. With each new challenge you face, you become more equipped to handle the next. Over time, the unfamiliar becomes familiar, and you find yourself capable of things you never thought possible. This is the essence of growth, continually pushing the boundaries of what you can do and who you can become. Stepping into unfamiliar territory requires courage, curiosity, and a willingness to embrace uncertainty. It's not about avoiding failure, but about understanding that failure is a part of the process. Each misstep is a lesson, each challenge an opportunity to learn. This mindset transforms the unknown from a source of fear into a space of possibility. It allows you to see the unfamiliar not as a threat, but as an invitation to grow, discover, and evolve. Embracing uncertainty is one of the most powerful steps you can take toward personal growth and meaningful change. Often, the need for certainty, the desire to know exactly what lies ahead, to predict outcomes, and to control every aspect of life can become a barrier to progress. This need for predictability may provide a sense of security, but it also confines you within a narrow space where possibilities are limited. When you embrace uncertainty, however, you open yourself up to a world of opportunities, challenges, and transformations that would otherwise remain out of reach. Uncertainty is not inherently negative. It is simply the space where the unknown resides, a space filled with potential and untapped possibilities. It is in this space that true creativity, innovation, and growth occur. When you let go of the need to have all the answers, you create room for discovery and allow life to unfold in unexpected and often extraordinary ways. Embracing uncertainty is an act of trust in yourself, in your ability to navigate challenges, and in the process of life itself. When you resist uncertainty, you often find yourself stuck in a cycle of overthinking and hesitation. You might delay action, waiting for the perfect moment or for all the pieces to fall into place. But the truth is, perfection and absolute certainty rarely exist. Waiting for them only delays progress and prevents you from taking the first step toward your goals. By embracing uncertainty, you free yourself from the paralysis of analysis and give yourself permission to act, even when the path ahead is unclear. Uncertainty also fosters resilience. When you step into the unknown, you inevitably face challenges and setbacks. These experiences, while uncomfortable, are what build your strength and adaptability. Each time you confront uncertainty and navigate through it, you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling more than you thought. You learn to trust your instincts, to problem solve on the fly, and to persevere even when the outcome is uncertain. Over time, this resilience becomes a foundation that supports you in facing future challenges with confidence and courage. Embracing uncertainty requires a shift in perspective. Instead of viewing the unknown as a source of fear or risk, see it as an opportunity for growth and adventure. Every uncertain situation is an invitation to learn, to explore, and to expand your horizons. It is in the moments of uncertainty that you are most alive, most open to the possibilities around you. These moments push you to think creatively, to adapt, and to discover solutions that you might never have considered in a more predictable environment. Uncertainty also encourages you to let go of the illusion of control. While it's natural to want to plan and prepare, the reality is that life is inherently unpredictable. No matter how much you try to control every detail, there will always be variables outside your influence. By accepting this reality, you free yourself from the stress and frustration of trying to control the uncontrollable. Instead, you focus your energy on what you can do on taking action, adapting, and making the most of each moment as it comes. When you embrace uncertainty, you allow yourself to be fully present. The unknown forces you to focus on the here and now, to pay attention to the opportunities and challenges that are immediately in front of you. This presence of mind enhances your ability to respond effectively and to appreciate the journey, even when the destination is unclear. It reminds you that life is not about reaching a final point of certainty, but about experiencing the richness and diversity of the journey itself. Uncertainty is also a catalyst for growth because it pushes you to take risks. Without risk, there can be no reward. When you embrace uncertainty, you are willing to step outside your comfort zone and try something new, even if success is not guaranteed. This willingness to take risks is what leads to breakthroughs and transformation. It allows you to explore your potential, to test your limits, and to achieve things you never thought possible. By embracing uncertainty, you cultivate a mindset of openness and curiosity. Instead of fearing what you don't know, you become excited by the possibilities it holds. You approach challenges with a sense of wonder, seeing them as opportunities to learn and grow. This mindset not only helps you navigate uncertainty more effectively, but also enriches your life, making it more dynamic, meaningful, and fulfilling. Challenging your deeply held beliefs is one of the most transformative actions you can take in the journey toward personal growth and self-discovery. These beliefs, often shaped by past experiences, societal conditioning, or cultural influences, can act as invisible barriers that limit what you perceive to be possible. While they may feel like fundamental truths, many of these beliefs are nothing more than assumptions, constructed over time and reinforced through repetition. When you begin to question and challenge them, you open the door to profound change and a deeper understanding of your true potential. Beliefs are powerful. They shape the way you interpret the world, how you respond to situations, and the decisions you make every day. Positive, empowering beliefs can propel you forward, while limiting or negative beliefs can hold you back. The challenge lies in recognizing that not all of your beliefs are grounded in reality. Some may be outdated, formed in childhood or during a difficult period in your life, and no longer serve your highest good. To grow and evolve, you must have the courage to examine these beliefs critically and determine whether they align with the person you aspire to become. The process of challenging your beliefs begins with awareness. Take a moment to reflect on the thoughts that run through your mind when you face a new challenge or opportunity. Do you tell yourself, "I'm not good enough," or "this is just the way things are"? These are examples of limiting beliefs that keep you confined to a narrow reality. The first step is to notice these patterns without judgment and acknowledge their presence. Awareness creates the space for change. Once you recognize these beliefs, you can begin to question their validity and origins. Ask yourself where your beliefs come from. Did they originate from a past failure, a critical remark, or societal expectations? Often beliefs are inherited from external sources rather than being born from your own truth. Perhaps someone once told you that you weren't talented or capable, and over time you internalized this narrative as fact. But just because a belief was planted in your mind does not mean it has to stay there. By tracing the origins of your beliefs, you can start to see them for what they are: stories you've been telling yourself, not absolute truths. As you challenge your beliefs, consider the evidence that contradicts them. If you believe you're not capable of success, look back at times when you achieved something significant, even in small ways. If you think change is impossible, reflect on how much you've already evolved over the course of your life. By gathering evidence that disproves your limiting beliefs, you weaken their hold on your mind and create space for new, empowering beliefs to take their place. Challenging your beliefs also requires you to step outside your comfort zone. It's one thing to question your thoughts and theory, but it's another to test them through action. If you believe you're not creative, try painting, writing, or brainstorming solutions to a problem. If you believe you're not strong enough to overcome an obstacle, take one small step toward addressing it. Each time you challenge a belief through action, you prove to yourself that it is not as rigid as it seems. Over time, these actions accumulate, reshaping your perception of what you're capable of. Surrounding yourself with diverse perspectives can also be a powerful way to challenge your beliefs. Engage with people who think differently, who have experienced life in ways that contrast with your own. Their viewpoints can shine a light on the limitations of your current beliefs and inspire you to see the world through a broader lens. Exposure to new ideas and experiences can act as a catalyst for change, showing you that there are countless ways to approach life and that your current way of thinking is not the only one. The act of challenging your beliefs is not about abandoning everything you know or rejecting your past. It's about evolving your understanding of yourself and the world. It's about replacing beliefs that no longer serve you with those that empower and inspire you. This process requires humility, as it asks you to admit that you might not have all the answers. But it also requires courage, as it demands that you step into the unknown and redefine what you believe is possible. As you challenge your beliefs, you'll begin to notice a shift in your mindset. You'll start to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles, potential where you once saw limitations. Your world will expand, and with it, your sense of who you are and what you can achieve. This transformation is not immediate, but it is profound. Each belief you challenge is like unlocking a door to a new room within yourself, a space filled with untapped potential and endless possibility. Building new connections is one of the most transformative actions you can take when seeking growth, change, or fulfillment in life. Relationships, whether personal or professional, are the foundation of our experiences. They shape how we see the world, how we navigate challenges, and how we celebrate success. New connections have the power to expand your perspective, challenge your assumptions, and introduce you to opportunities you never imagined. They bring fresh energy into your life and remind you that growth often happens in the context of relationships. When you choose to embrace the practice of connecting with others, you step into a space of infinite potential. Every person you meet carries with them a unique story, a perspective shaped by their journey and experiences. When you build new connections, you invite those stories into your life. You gain the opportunity to see the world through someone else's eyes, to understand challenges from a different angle, and to appreciate solutions you might never have considered. This exchange of perspectives enriches your understanding of the world and deepens your empathy. It's not just about networking or expanding your social circle. It's about genuinely engaging with others and opening yourself to the possibility of learning and growing through shared experiences. New connections can also act as catalysts for transformation. The people you surround yourself with influence your thoughts, emotions, and actions. When you connect with individuals who inspire, challenge, and support you, you naturally begin to rise to their level of energy and vision. These connections encourage you to think bigger, to believe in your own potential, and to take actions that align with your highest aspirations. Conversely, building new connections can help you break free from relationships or environments that may have kept you stuck in old patterns or limited beliefs. New relationships breathe fresh air into your life and remind you of the endless possibilities that await. Building connections requires courage and intentionality. It's easy to remain within the comfort of familiar circles, but growth happens when you step beyond those boundaries and actively seek out opportunities to connect with others. This might mean joining a new community, reaching out to someone you admire, or simply starting a conversation with a stranger. Each of these actions carries the potential to create a meaningful connection that could significantly impact your life. The beauty of this process is that you never know where a new connection might lead. It could result in a friendship, a mentorship, a partnership, or even a life-changing opportunity. The process of building connections is rooted in authenticity. True connections are not formed through superficial interactions, but through genuine engagement and a willingness to show up as your authentic self. People are drawn to sincerity and vulnerability, to those who are willing to share their real thoughts, feelings, and experiences. When you approach others with an open heart and a genuine desire to connect, you create the foundation for relationships that are meaningful and lasting. Authentic connections are built on trust, mutual respect, and a shared sense of purpose or understanding. One of the most significant aspects of building new connections is the opportunity to contribute to others. Relationships are not just about what you can gain, but also about what you can give. When you approach new connections with the spirit of generosity, offering your time, skills, or support, you create a dynamic of reciprocity that strengthens the relationship. Acts of kindness and service build trust and deepen bonds, creating a sense of mutual value and respect. This approach to connection not only benefits others, but also enriches your own life, as the act of giving fosters a sense of fulfillment and purpose. Building new connections also teaches you resilience and adaptability. Not every attempt to connect will result in a deep or lasting relationship, and that's okay. The process of reaching out, engaging, and sometimes facing rejection is an essential part of growth. It helps you develop emotional resilience and a greater understanding of yourself and others. Each interaction, whether successful or not, is a learning experience that prepares you for the next opportunity to connect. Over time, you become more confident in your ability to build meaningful relationships and navigate the complexities of human interaction. New connections have the potential to open doors that you didn't even know existed. Sometimes the simplest act of reaching out can lead to opportunities that transform your career, enhance your personal life, or help you achieve your goals. The key is to remain open and curious, to embrace the unknown with the belief that every connection carries the potential for growth and change. Even the most casual encounters can have a profound impact when approached with an open mind and a genuine desire to connect. As you build new connections, you begin to see yourself and the world in new ways. You realize that every interaction is an opportunity for growth, every relationship a chance to deepen your understanding of yourself and others. The people you meet along the way become mirrors reflecting back the possibilities of who you can become. Through connection, you create a tapestry of experiences and relationships that enrich your life and remind you of the incredible power of human connection to inspire, transform, and elevate.